Okay, good morning, students. Good morning, all of you. Welcome to mathematics class. See, successfully we finished one chapter, arithmetic progression. And tomorrow you are going to write the test on that topic. Okay, so prepare and come. So today, we have to discuss one more topic. So which topic? So for that, just I want to give one introduction part. That introduction part, it is in your textbook also, but many of the students, you are not having textbook present now, right now. So that's why I want to share the pages of that textbook. In that, one small story is given to introduce our topic. Okay, so you all know the topic name. Okay, still let us take the introduction part for the new topic. So how we have to introduce our new topic for everyone. Okay, so in the textbook only they have given one beautiful story. So what's that story? Let us look at that story once. Okay, just I want to share one page for that. Wait for a minute. Yes. See, now I think it is visible now, students. It takes time, okay? Is it visible now? Everybody? Yes, visible. Just I want to see the chat box. So you are telling that no, 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 no. Now I'm getting the reply that yes, 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 yes. Okay, students. Now it is visible. So this page is your textbook page only. So our chapter name is, we can see our chapter name. Okay, you just neglect that chapter name. Later we take the introduction for the chapter name. So just first I want to take one story. I want to tell one story for you people which is present in your textbook only. So what is that story actually? Just let us read out the story. Now it is visible for everybody, no? Zoom. Okay. Yes. So whose story it is actually? So your friend like Akila. Akila. Her character name is Akila. Okay. So Akila went to a fair in her village. So Akila went to a fair in her village. Akila ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಾತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಖಿಲಾ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ಅಖಿಲಾ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅ ಫೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಹರ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್. She wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel and play hoopla. Okay, she wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel. So you all know giant wheel, Tottilu. Huh? So in the fair, you can see the giant wheel, and most of the students they like giant wheel, but some students they will be afraid of that giant wheel, right? No? Yes. She wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel and play hoopla. Do you know playing hoopla? Yes, taking one ring and we have to throw that ring on some object, then the object will be ours. Okay, na? For 10 rupees, I think ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು 5 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ವಗಾಸ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ, ಯಾವ ವಸ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ನಮ್ದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೂಪ್ಲಾ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಜಾತ್ರೆನಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ. So in the bracket, it is given actually a game in which you throw a ring on the items kept in a stall, and if the ring covers any object completely, you get it. Got the idea of the hoopla? Okay. Next, the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. They have given something about that riding and playing hoopla. There is a connection. What type of connection? The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. ಅವಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಹೂಪ್ಲಾನ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವಳು ಜೈಂಟ್ ವೀಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಹಾಫ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಜೈಂಟ್ ವೀಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಒಂದು 10 ರೌಂಡ್ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೂಪ್ಲಾ ಏನಾಗಿರತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಅರ್ಧ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. I think you are familiar with these type of statements in your previous classes, right? No? Okay. Now let us continue this story. If each ride cost rupees 3 and a game of hoopla cost rupees 4. Okay. Here amount is mentioned. What is that? Each ride cost rupees 3. ಟೋಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ರೈಡಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ rupees 3 and a game of hoopla which is 4. How would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla provided she spent rupees 20? Now, what is given here actually? So, total amount for both giant wheel and hoopla playing, okay? She spent actually rupees 20. So, now using this 20 rupees, you have to find out actually number of rides, okay? And how many times she played hoopla. So, for that, then there is one relationship also given. So maybe you will try it by considering different cases. If she has one ride, is it possible? Is it possible to have two rides and so on? Or you may use the knowledge of class ninth to represent such situations as linear equations in two variables. Yes. Now this is actually one story. Now using this story, so we have to continue our today's class. So where we actually discuss these type of situation in our ninth standard and eighth standard. Do you know how can we represent this in the algebraic manner? The first statement is number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Got the idea, no? Number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Here, two characters are there, no? First, we have to take one as y and one as x. So that we are taking, let us take the father age as x and son's age as y. So this type of situation we have handled in 8th standard and 9th standard, no? Then we represented that given situation in the form of algebraic expression equation. Okay, so then we worked out to find out the age of the father or mother. Okay, such type of problems we discussed in our previous classes. Now, here also we have the same to same topic. Now, the question for you people, okay, just keep this page in your mind, okay, because I want to stop this page, okay. So, because we need board now. So, just once again, I'll recall this statement to convert this as a expression. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Then next statement, if each ride cost rupees 3 and a game of hoopla cost rupees 4, okay, giant wheel, each ride is rupees 3 and a game of hoopla cost rupees 4. How would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla provided she spent rupees 20? So keep this concept in your mind. Okay. Yes, now I'm going to take the stop sharing option. Yes. Let us move back to our board part. Now question for you. How can you represent these situations? Yes. Who is going to give the answer? After listening to story, let us come back to our class. So now we all are in fair, no? Yes. So we enjoyed fair, no? Yes. Now we have to come to our class. Yes. Who is going to give the answer for this question? Yes. Yes. Fatafat. Number of times she played hoopla is half the number of times she had the rides she had on the giant wheel. How can we represent this situation? Yeah. First, I'm waiting for your response. Times of rides be x. Okay, so we have to take giant wheel ride as x, no? Okay, let us take giant wheel. Okay, giant wheel as x. Shortcut, huh? Giant wheel, we have to take it as x. Next, hoopla. Number of times she played hoopla, we have to take it as y, right now. Times of hoopla be, yes, y. So we have to take the two different situations. So giant wheel, number of rides she had on the giant wheel, we have to take it as x. Then number of times she played hoopla as y. What next? Now recall that statement. What is that statement actually? Yeah, I'm getting the answer from your side. Number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Number of times she played hoopla in the sense y is half of the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. So expression is y is equal to half of x. Right now, so according to first situation, we took the expression y is equal to half of x. Got the idea of this one? Yes. Next, can you recall the second statement, students? Second statement. See, how can we arrange this expression actually? Y is equal to half of x in the sense x by 2. So this is one expression. Y is equal to x by 2. This is one expression. Now, read the second one. Second statement is for each ride of the giant wheel, rupees 3. Then for each throw of hoopla is rupees 4. So then number of rides and number of times he played hoopla. Total she spent actually 20 rupees. How can we take the next statement? How can we take the next statement? Yeah, I'm getting the answer from your side. Very good, student. 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Correct answer. For the second statement, 3x plus 4y which is equal to 20. How we got this expression, do you know? 3 rupees for each ride, giant wheel. So giant wheel, so we took in the form of actually x. Okay, so 3 into x, rupees 3 into number of times number of rides on the giant wheel. Then 4 rupees into number of times she played hoopla, which is equal to total she spent actually 20 rupees. Now for one situation we got two equations. So you all know equations, no? Okay, so the expression which contains equal sign, so then it is called as equation. You all are familiar with the algebraic expression right now? Yes, now can we recall algebraic expression? Here you can observe y is equal to x by 2, one equation. 3x plus 4y which is equal to 20, another equation. Okay, this is for a situation. Now, using these two equations, we can find out the number of rides she had on the giant wheel and number of times she played hoopla. So that we'll discuss in the next. Okay, so we have to keep this Akila story in our mind only. So later, after learning few concepts in this topic, so we'll find out. So Akila, how number of rides on the giant wheel and number of times she played on the hoopla. Now just take the equation for Akila's situation. Now let us come from the algebraic expression. So what is that algebraic expression? Expression I'm asking. Can anyone define algebraic expression? Can anyone define algebraic expression, students? Fast, fast. Algebraic expressions. Yes, I'm waiting for your reply. Algebraic expressions. Yes. What happened? No one is ready to give the answer, so we have to call your name only now. Algebraic expressions. You have learned this algebraic expression from 7th standard, right? Algebra, expressions. You have got the idea of algebraic expressions, no? Yeah. Who is going to tell the algebraic expression definition? Yes, no one is there. Abhiram. Abhiram. Algebraic expressions.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, the algebraic expressions, Abhiram.
Algebraic expression is the expression which contains integers, variables, and constant.
Integers, variables, and constant. Yes, of course, expression which contains the variables, then integers and constant. Okay. So can we get any other definition? Yashaswini, second, in the second question, Yashaswini. Yes, Yashaswini. Yashaswini. Yashaswini is not available. Yeah. Yashaswini. Okay, Purnachandra. Purnachandra. Ankit. Ankit. Pranav. No one is ready to speak. Numbers with variables. Yeah, numbers with variables. Yeah. India. Chinmay Chaudhary. Chinmay Chaudhary. Yeah. Only texting your answer, huh? Yeah, Chinmay Chaudhary. No one is ready to speak. It's okay. We'll continue with our topic. Yeah, Chinmay Chaudhary, can I get the definition of algebraic expression, Chinmay?
Number which contain variables and made up of numbers and variables. It is constant.
Made up of numbers and variables, right, Chinmay? Expression which is made up of numbers and variables. For example, in this example only you just take. Now it is equation. Because equal to 20 is there. Just take 3x plus 4y. So only 3x plus 4y, it is one algebraic expression. Okay, so here x and y are the variables. So here 3 and 4 numbers, numerical coefficients. Okay, so just take 3x also. This 3x is also a algebraic expression. The expression which contains variables and coefficients are called as algebraic expression. Now, in this example, you just see 3x plus 4y. So, I'll write this expression again. 3x plus 4y. In this 3x plus 4y expression actually. So, this 3x is actually terms called as terms. Terms of the expression. These 4y and 3x are together terms of the expression. Okay, so 3x is one term of the expression, then 4y is another term of the expression. Now, depending of the term of the expression, we can classify the algebraic expression as monomial, binomial, and trinomial. No, you all know that meaning. Okay, so monomial, only expression which contains only one term is called as monomial. Expression which contains two terms, then it is called as binomial. Expression which contains three terms, then it is called as trinomial. And you have got the definition of polynomial also. While coming to 8th and 9th standard, you will be fixing in your mind that expression which contains more than three terms are polynomials. But in the last year, you have got the correct definition for that polynomial, no? Yes, polynomial in the sense not only having the more than three terms are called polynomial. So this 3x, so monomial is also polynomial, then 3x plus 4y binomial, then it is also polynomial, trinomial is also polynomial, and more than four terms, every expression. But what is the condition of that polynomial actually? So variable power must be whole number. So that definition you got in the 9th standard, right now. So now after this expression, so when the expression equal to something, okay, when the expression which contains equal sign, then it is converted as equation. Now you just take this example, 3x plus 4y which is equal to 20. This is equation. This is called as equation. It is having equal sign. So this side is called as left hand side LHS and this side is called as right hand side RHS. Now our topic is, so equation in two variable, okay, equation in two variable. What is the meaning of the equation in two variable? So but in the 8th standard, what knowledge you got actually in the equation in one variable you got, no? So for one variable, example is like this, 3x plus 4 is equal to 2. See this example, 3x plus 4 is equal to 2. This is an example for equation in one variable. Only x is the variable in this equation. One more example. Can I get one more example for equation in one variable? That is 3y plus 6 is equal to 7, something. Okay. So any variable, a in the z. So you can use any letter for the variable. Okay. So 3y plus 6 is equal to 7. Here only the variable is y. We are using the variable only y. These are the example for equation in one variable. Now I want to join one word. So before equation, which word actually? Linear word. Meaning of this linear. So you got the idea in 9th standard. So I need the answer from your side only. What is that linear equation? So I need the definition for from your side. I need the definition for linear equation. What is the meaning of that linear equation? Yes, now I want to rub the board. Okay, now you think. I'm waiting for your response. Who is ready to speak for this linear equation? See, we are taking actually equation, one variable equation. Okay, 3x plus 7 is equal to 4. Let us take this one variable equation. Now, I need the explanation for linear equation. Hinde nanu word join madide. Linear. What is the meaning of this linear? Linear equations are the type of equation which is degree 1. Yes, Vaishnavi, correct answer. Degree. Let us recall the degree of the equation. How can we find out the degree? Yes, correct. I'm getting the reply from your side. Expression with degree 1. How to find out the degree actually? What is that degree? Degree is nothing but the highest power of the variable. Okay, highest power of the variable. Here variable is x. What is the power of the variable? Here nothing is there in the sense power is 1. 1 only highest power in this. So if the equation which contains the degree 1, then such type of equations are called as linear equation. Then if the degree is 2, if the yes, correct Bhumika, highest power of the variable, correct, highest power of the variable. Variables highest power is called as the degree of the equation. So based on the degree of the equation, so equations are classified actually. If the degree is 1, we'll take that as a linear equation. If the degree is 2, for example, 3x square plus 7 is equal to 4. What type of equation this one? If the degree is 2, then it is quadratic equation. Very good. Yes, quadratic equation. If the degree is 2, we'll take this as quadratic equation. Next, same. 3x cube plus 6 is equal to 8. What type of equation it is? Yes, cubic equation. So then 4 is by quadratic equation, then 5, 6 and all. So 5th degree, 6th degree, like that we can take. Okay. So linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation. So if the degree is one variable, okay, degree, Chinmay Chaudhary, any equation which can be put it in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a and b. Okay, thank you, Chinmay. So you gave the definition for that linear equation in two variable only. So now here we are discussing only one variable. Now I'll jump to two variable concept. Wait for a minute. Okay, see, this is an example for linear equation in one variable. This is linear equation in quadratic equation in one variable, and this is cubic equation in one variable. One variable, just it is one variable. Now, same to same concept, we have to apply for the two variables. Okay. Now our concept is linear equation in two variables. That is, so let us take the example 3x plus 4y which is equal to 20. Look at the example 3x plus 4y which is equal to 20. So here we are observing variable, two variables. So this is equation in two variable. Now we have to check whether it is a linear equation or not. See here, x variable and y variable. Yes, power is 1. Okay, power is 1, no? So then degree, highest power is 1 only. Then degree of this equation is 1. If the degree of this equation is 1, then this equation is linear equation in two variables. So this is an example for linear equation in two variables. Got the idea of this concept, no? Linear equation in two variables. Now, so what is the definition of linear equation in two variable? Here Chinmay gave the answer. So this is your 9th standard topic. In the 9th standard, you have learned one topic, that linear equation in two variables. The equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c which is equal to 0. So where a, b, c are real numbers, a and b both are not equal to 0. Okay, a and b both are not equal to 0. So such equations are called as linear equation in two variables. What is the definition of linear equation in two variables? The equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c which is equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and this a and b not at a time 0. Okay, so whether a may be 0 or b may be 0. So because if a is 0, we can take this as 0 into x. We can express that in the form of two variable form that we discussed in 9th standard. Just recall that topic, linear equation in two variables. Okay, now you got the idea of linear equation in two variable, no? Now in 10th standard, one more word I'll add before linear. So before linear, so I'll join the word pair. Do you know the meaning of pair actually? Jote. Pair of linear equation in two variables. Now our topic is pair of linear equations in two variables. What is that pair of linear equations in two variable? So linear equations in two variable, when two linear equations in two variables present at a time, no? So such type of equations are called as pair of jote. Equation in a vandu jote. Okay. So such type of equations are called as pair of linear equations in two variables. Let us take one example for that. So already we have one example, that is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. For this, let us take one more example, 5x plus 2y which is equal to 40. Let us take one more example, 5x plus 2y which is equal to 40. Now these two together considered as pair of linear equations, in two variables. So this is our topic, pair of linear equations in two variables. Got the idea of linear equations in two variables? No. Now the topic is pair of linear equations in two variables. Now, actually, ax plus by plus c, which is equal to 0. Right now, this is the standard form of the linear equation in two variable. Now we have the word pair. Now we have the pair. So then can you imagine the standard form of the pair of linear equations in two variable? What is the standard form of the pair of linear equations in two variables actually? So both the linear equation two variable also same pattern only. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. One more equation standard form also, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. But can we take this same to same? Okay, so both for pair, yes, standard form is this type only. But in the same situation, if we take same to same, okay, so it is not possible, no. We have to show the little bit difference between the first equation and second equation, right? So for that, what we have to do, first a is there, no, we have to take a1. For the first equation, a1, then b1, c1 we have to take. And second equation a2, b2, c2 we have to take. Got the idea of this one? a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. So a1x plus b1y plus c1, which is equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2, which is equal to 0. This is the general form of the pair of linear equations in two variables. Got the idea, no? A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 are real numbers. You have got the idea of the real numbers in 9th standard. Okay. So, standard form of the pair of linear equations in two variable is a1x plus b1y plus c1, which is equal to 0. Then a2x plus b2y plus c2, which is equal to 0. Got the idea of this one, no? Pair of linear equations in two variables in 9th standard only. So we got the information of this topic, right? So now just little bit extra concept is that pair linear equation in two variable you already know. So and in the last part of the linear equation in two variable in 9th standard, so we discussed this pair of linear equation also just for checking purpose, knowledge checking. Right now graph. Okay, you already know how to represent these type of pair of linear equations in graphical method. So then now I'll move to the topic. So there are two methods to solve this pair of linear equations into. Okay, which of the actually which method we can solve the equation? The equation in the sense what actually? So we have to find the value of x and y. What is that x and y stands for actually? So that x comma y is called as solution of the equation. Solution. What is that solution actually? Solution of the equation, for example. So whether you are representing it graphically represent madodadre, that solution is lies on that line. So now graph hakdaga line observe ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ, ಆ solution ಆ line ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ algebraically expression ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ what is that x comma y solution which balances the LHS and RHS. So first let us discuss how we can solve pair of linear equations. We can solve pair of linear equations by two methods. One is graphical method. Using graph, we'll find out. Okay, we will solve pair of linear equation in two variables. Graphical method. Another one is algebraic method. So second is algebraic method. So graphical method in the sense pair of linear equation in two variables, you have to draw the graph of that one. So you will get the solution with the help of the graph. Then algebraic method. Already you have got the idea in the progression chapter. How to find out A and B value by solving elimination method. You got, no, that is one of the method. So there are 2 to 3 methods to solve the pair of linear equations in two variable in algebraic method. Already you have got the idea of elimination method in the arithmetic progression chapter, right? No. So in that algebraic method also you will get the solution. Now we have to discuss. So now graphical method, already you know the idea of graphical method. Last year you tried already with the pair of linear equations in two variable only, not only just a linear equation in two variable. Linear equation in two variable, actual 9th standard syllabus. Okay. So I checked that just a pair of linear equation in two variable with your batch right now. So you got the idea how to draw the graph of the pair of linear equations in two variable and how to find the solution. Okay, so that we have to discuss. Huge topic is there in this chapter. So now for 1 minute, just one second. See here. Now let us take one example. 2x plus 3y which is equal to 5. 2x plus 3y which is equal to 5. So first let us take only one equation. Okay, let us take one equation. Let us discuss the solution of this equation. What is the solution of this equation? Algebraically. What is the solution of this equation actually? Algebraic expression. Solution, algebraic method. So for what value of x and y? So if RHS, LHS and RHS matches, no, that values of x and y called as the solution of the equation. Okay, so this is for linear equation in two variable. Okay, see here. Can you guess the x and y value, students? Can you guess the x and y value? Yes, tell me. Ankit gave the answer. Bhumika gave the answer. Yes. Now 2 into, in place of x we have to take 1 plus 3 into, in place of y also we have to take 1. Okay. So 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1 which is equal to 5. Now 2 ones are 2 plus 3 ones are 3 which is equal to 5. 5 which is equal to 5. So LHS is equal to RHS. Now x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. How to write the solution? Actually, solution is in the standard form. So visible, no? Here I'll write x value. First we have to write x comma y. In this order only we have to take the solution. Then y is equal to 1. 1 comma 1 is the solution of this equation. Got the idea of that solution topic? 1 comma 1 is a solution of this equation. This is algebraic method. And graphical method in the sense this 1 comma 1 is a point on that line. Solution in the sense 1 comma 1 is a point on the line which we are drawing on the graph paper. That is graphical representation. Okay. So for example, if I take x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. So LHS not equal to RHS, no? Then 1 comma 2 is not a solution of that equation. Okay. Solution and not a solution. Got the idea of this one, no? Yes. So now, next, already time is running out, 9:45. So I want to give one homework for you people. So what is that homework? Remaining concepts we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So for today, this much is sufficient. Once let us recall what we got the information. So we got the information of linear equation in two variables and pair of linear equations in two variables. What is the general form of the pair of linear equations in two variables? A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0. Then A2x plus B2y plus C2 which is equal to 0, where A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 are real numbers. That A1, B1 and A2, B2 are not equal to 0 at a time in the both the equation. Okay, so the definitions and all we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, so the general form of the pair of linear equations in two variables, you have got the idea now. So there are two methods to solve the pair of linear equations in two variables. One is graphical method, another one is algebraic method. Okay, in the algebraic method, so we call that x and y value as a solution. Solution in the sense here we took only one linear equation in two variable. Okay, so for that what value of x and y which balances the LHS and RHS, so that values are called as the solution of the linear equation in two variables. Solution is always represented in the form of x comma y. Okay, for today, so this much topic is sufficient, but I want to give one homework for you people. While coming on Monday you are coming to school, no? So while coming on Monday, you have to come with this homework. What type of homework? I'll share the page for that homework. Okay. So graphical representation of the pair of linear equations in two variables. Already in 9th standard, we have completed this graphical representation of pair of linear equations in two variables only. So there is no difference between that linear equations in two variable. One day linear equation anna kottaga hege graph haktiralva, same method. Okay, take one equation first, draw the graph on the same Cartesian plane only. We have to take another linear equation in two variable. So we have to prepare the table, we have to find the points. Okay, so then we have to draw that same linear equation in two variable on the same Cartesian plane. We'll observe two lines. So we can observe the lines in the different way. Two lines intersect, maybe intersect agbohudu. Two lines intersect agdene irbohudu. So we have to see the different situations of graphical representation of pair of linear equations in two variables. No? So now 9th al nodideno, just ಎರಡು equation ಹೀಗೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಹೌದಾ, intersecting form ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. So now we have to see what type of lines we'll get. Okay, when we solve the pair of linear equations in two variables graphically. So today I want to give the three problems as homework. Three problems, three set of pair of linear equations in two variables. And I'll send that work in your WhatsApp group also. Just once I'll explain the question in here by sharing the page. Okay, so just I want to share the page. That is on textbook problem only. In the textbook only it is given. So in graph paper only you have to work out that problem. Okay. Wait for a minute. Yeah. So this page is visible, no students? Here, the questions, I want to give these questions. I'll choose pen for this. Yes, reply me first whether the page is visible or not. Page is visible, no students? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Just to take this as question number 1. This is question number 1. Okay. So this first pair, 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0 and 9x minus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. This is first equation. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to represent this pair of linear equation in two variable graphically. You have to draw the graph of these two equations. How to draw the graph? You all know, no? XY table prepare ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು XY ಕಂಡಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು graph ಹಾಕೋದು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. Yes, this is first equation. Next, second question is 5x. This is second question. Okay, 5x is equal to y and minus 7x plus 2y plus 3 is equal to 0. So why I am giving the homework of this topic actually. So you can ask Mataji, graphical representation ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಗೆ ನಾನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 9th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 10th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಚಿನ ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು 90% ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಚಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. So that is on Monday, because tomorrow you are having your arithmetic progression chapter test alla. So no need to solve this problem today. Okay, so after finishing your exam, Saturday and Sunday you have to take 3 graph paper and you have to solve this linear equation in 2 variables, pair of linear equations in 2 variables in a graph paper, and you have to bring that 3 graph paper on Monday. And in the class you have to show all the 3 graph papers and we have to discuss. Monday I want to continue this topic only in the class. Okay, so I want to continue this topic only in the online and offline also for this next coming week. Okay, so Monday, so you have to bring that graph paper to school. Okay, in that we'll discuss what type of lines we can observe. Okay, last question is question number 3, that is x plus y is equal to 7 and 17 is equal to y. X plus y is equal to 7 and 17 is equal to y. To draw the graph, you have to apply your 9th standard knowledge. Okay, so now you just see this one general form. Recall a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, then a2x plus b2y plus c2 which is equal to 0. Got the idea of this one, no? So these 3 questions are homework for you students. Solve graphically. Okay, so I'll send that homework in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so prepare for your examination. Now I'm going to leave this class. So take 2 to 3 minutes break, join for the next class. Okay, so okay students, do you have any other confusions regarding this? Do you want to discuss anything? Yes, you want to discuss anything? No. So then okay, so then we'll end the class. Prepare and come for the arithmetic progression exam. Okay students, let us end the class.